I've been wanting to donate my hair for a long time now, and finally in December of 2019, I decided to just chop it off. So here's how I did that. So right here, my hair is dirty. I haven't washed it for about a day at this point, and I'm just gonna brush it out before I shampoo and everything, and then I'll cut it after I get out of the shower. Leading up to today, I had been doing a lot of coconut oil treatments on my hair, maybe like one a week for at least a month. So this measurement said I had about 2.5 feet of hair, and I had not cut my hair, like professionally gotten it cut since around maybe like 5th grade. So it's been a long time. I've trimmed the ends myself off and on again ever since then, but I haven't gotten it professionally cut in several years. So here I've just gotten out of the shower where I shampooed my hair and then conditioned and detangled it, and now I'm just combing it out before I start sectioning it off. So I came up with my own technique of cutting my hair since I was doing it myself and I wanted to make sure I got the right measurement of each strand of hair. I decided to section off a top layer and a bottom layer. My hair is relatively thin, so I only needed the top and the bottom. And then I started by doing a middle part, and then I sectioned it into the top and bottom. You can see I'm pinning up the top half right now to start on the bottom. And then I'm going to section the bottom into 4 sections with as even amount of hair as I can come up with, and then I'm going to re-detangle each of them and then tie them off using rubber bands. So you can see here I'm starting to use my method. So I measured off 8 inches, which is the amount that I decided to donate. And I'm doing a double rubber band method where I tie off one rubber band and then I tie off a second rubber band right underneath it. And between the 2 rubber bands is where I'm going to cut. And this is so that I can measure each individual piece to be the right amount of hair and so that I can get the lengths of hair equidistant around my head. And as you can see here, I'm remeasuring again. I end up measuring several times before I do every single step just to make sure I'm not taking off too much. So basically I ended up repeating that step. I did it 3 more times around the bottom layer, and then when I did the top layer, I ended up doing it a total of 6 times for an altogether sum of 10 times. So I have 10 individual strands. And again, as you can see, I'm measuring each piece before I start cutting. And as you can see, I rolled the rubber band right after I cut it. I rolled it down a little bit farther so that it wouldn't slip off the end, and then I just put it in the bag so that I can donate it. And I'm gonna continue to do this to all the other strands. This one was a really thin strand, I think the thinnest one that I cut, so I made sure to roll it down a little bit so that pieces wouldn't fall out, and then I just added it to the bag along with the other one. So basically I'm just continuing this technique until I get through all 10 pieces of hair. So if you want to skip ahead to the end of this, and you'll get to the part where I take out the bands and comb out my hair. So at this point, I'm just going to take out all the 10 remaining rubber bands and then finger comb my hair a little bit. I don't show it in the video, but after I kind of finger comb my hair a little bit, I re-washed and reconditioned my hair, and then I applied product to it the way I always would. It's a curly hair product, and yeah, I just scrunched that through my hair, and then I wore it to school the next day the way I usually would, just wearing it down. And this is all the hair that I cut off. So these are all 10 pieces. There's that really skinny, curly one, and I'm just gonna put them into the Ziploc bag and donate them. So here's the information for the place that I chose. Since I only donated 8 inches, my options were kind of limited because most places require a minimum of 10 inches. Looking back, I honestly probably could have gone with 10. I was just nervous about going too short because I have to do my hair a certain way for show choir all season. But looking back, I honestly could have probably done another 2, maybe even 3 inches. But I don't have any regrets. I think it turned out well. So here's a video of me about a week later when I had done my hair really nicely. I just used that curl product that I was talking about. And I had thought that I might need to go into a salon and get it touched up because it might have been too uneven, but that's the joy of curly hair, I guess. You can't really tell if there's any unevenness. And I actually really liked the way it turned out. I think it looks so much healthier, which is probably the biggest plus out of this whole thing. And here's a little clip of me flipping my hair and my hair in a show choir poof. So I hope you enjoyed that video.